Welcome to the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, well, we explored the lunch and dinner options in Matten Cleave, but what about the breakfast options? What pre-tell can our adventurers have for breakfast? Well, we're going to find out this week. Oh yeah, and they also investigate some farmhouse or something. But breakfast first. So this week I want to talk about the stepchild to traps, and that is haunts. Now I actually played Karen Crown when haunts, I believe, were first introduced. And haunts were supposed to be like the alternative to traps. The whole point of a haunt was, instead of it being a physical item that you needed to disable, which is a trap, this was a metaphysical item that you needed to use either a cult or religion or your brains to figure out how to disable it and then permanently put it to rest. Now the problem with haunts is that they're not really well defined. A good example is, okay, you don't always know it's a haunt. Like a trap is a trap. And it's very clear, okay, this is a trap, there's a way to actually disarm a trap, and there's certain rules you go through to disarm it. The problem with haunts is that the rules are always a little different. Like, sometimes you use occultism, sometimes you use holy energy, which usually works, but not always. Sometimes you use divine magic, sometimes you can just use, I don't know, one of your skills. They're just all over the place. And the worst part about a haunt is the rules for disabling a haunt permanently are always different. For example, you might say, okay, there's a haunt and it's being haunted by, I don't know, someone who was brutally murdered. So how do you actually disable the haunt? Well, you got to find the body of the person who was originally murdered and then bury them in a cemetery and then give them last rites. And then they can finally move on to the boneyard. Well, how on earth are you ever going to figure that out? There's usually all this complex backstory on how to actually disable a haunt. And they never tell you as the GM how to introduce this to the players. And it's usually not worth it. It's usually like, okay, I see this haunt, I got to figure out how to get all this information to the players so they can disable it. And there's a lot of information and they have to go all over the place. And then they finally disable it and they get 10 experience points. Big deal. Haunts are a very good idea, and they're very poorly done in Pathfinder. Now, why do I mention that? Well, the biggest problem with haunts is that you can't really do anything. You can't really attack them. At least with traps, you can just set them off, and then they just go off, and usually they either just run out of steam or they're just done. And then, okay, I set off the trap, congratulations, I'm finished. Haunts, they can go on forever, they can reset, you can't really attack them directly, and then you don't even know how to attack them directly, and they can be just as deadly, if not more deadly, than a monster. So, personally, I find haunts to be kind of annoying. Now, I think they're a great idea, I just think they need to be rewritten. Now, I haven't had the time or the effort to sit down to think about how to redo them, because quite frankly, the number of haunts you see in a game, you can usually count on one hand. So it's one of these things is when they show up, I'll be like, ugh, all right, I'll just run it real quick. Figure it out, tell them what it is, and they either figure out how to disable it or they don't. And then I somehow figure out how to get the backstory to them. It's usually just not well done. So my suggestion is either A, convert the haunt into a trap. B, convert the haunt into a monster, which you could at least defeat. Or C, you just have to give the PCs a lot of hints and tips and figure out what the heck this thing is, how they can defeat it, or how they can at least get away from it. Haunts are a real pain in the neck. If anyone has any suggestions out there on how to best run haunts, this is the one that I'm still figuring out. And it's because you don't really get to do them that often. I mean, yeah, you don't get to do traps that often, but I do them often enough. And quite frankly, the trap rules just work. They work. There's a way to actually find a trap, to disable it, to actually attack it usually, to set it off, to reset it. It's all right there. Haunts are always really nebulous. And the worst part is, 90% of the time, the PCs have no idea how to disable it. And suddenly they're sitting there like, great, this thing is going off, it's killing me, and I have no idea what to do except run away. And that's all I can do. I try to attack it, that doesn't work. I throw holy water on it, whoop, that either works or it doesn't. Okay, I ran out of ideas. I'm out of here. And then they, just avoid it forever. And then the haunt's never really solved. And everyone just kind of ignores it for the rest of the campaign. And it just goes to waste. So one thing, if I ever have some spare time, is I want to sit down, think about how to redo haunts. Maybe that'd be a great topic for someone to write up for Pathfinder Infinity. In fact, if anyone's looking for good ideas for Pathfinder Infinity, detailed explanation on how to run haunts would be very good. I'd be the first one to buy your book if you did that for Pathfinder Infinity. So look into that. Not a bad idea. I don't have the time to write it, otherwise I'd do it myself. So there you go. I gave you a whole bunch of ideas for Pathfinder Infinity, which, by the way, just went live today, the day I'm recording this, and it looks really cool. There's already some pretty nice things up there, as well as some fiction that is written by one very own Vanessa Hoskins from Roll for Combat. And, of course, Paper Ninja, one of our best patrons, is the co-author. So make sure you do check up Vellum and Lace, Episode 0, Moving Day, at Pathfinder Infinite at, pathfinderinfinite.com. There you go. It's 50 cents, so pretty good deal. And then they're going to keep adding to it. And Sheppy did the cover art, who's the exact same artist who does all of our characters for Roll for Combat. So it's practically a Roll for Combat book, now I think about it. Anyhow, with that, let's get to this week's show notes. So first up, don't forget RPG Superstar. Don't forget, you have until December to submit your monsters, up to 3, bigger prizes, more money, more stuff, more everything. And you too can, go down as a legend. So all you need to do is go to rpgsuperstar.com, think of a strange and unusual monster, and submit it into the contest. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit us up at the Discord channel, just discord.rollforcombat.com, and we will help you however you need help. Also coming up, there's a lot of books that just came out. Let's see, there's Guns and Gears, which I actually love that book. I think it is a really, really cool book. But the Grand Bazaar. Okay, now these books of items always sell well. It's just a known fact. Now, whenever they come out with these books that just have tons and tons of gear and stuff in it, they sell like gangbusters. So sure enough, I just went through this. There's so much in this book. I actually skimmed it multiple times. I have to sit down and really read it because the ideas and concept in this book are so freaking cool. I don't know which one I like more. I kind of like them. I really like Guns and Gears a lot because I'm one of those people that likes Guns and Gears and Clockwork in my role-playing. I actually like technology in role-playing. I think it just adds kind of a cool flavor to the game. I know some people hate it, but I actually love it. So both of these books, I think, are probably might be my favorites. I know a lot of people like the other ones. A lot of people obviously like the Milwaukee Expanse, which actually I do think is an excellent book. And a lot of people like Secrets of Magic, obviously if you're big into magic. But I'm really kind of a gear nut. I'm kind of the one that likes Clockwork and weird technologies and just goofy stuff in your role-playing, which means I really enjoy these two books. So be on the lookout. Those are coming out, and hopefully Jason will have 2 reviews up for both books in the very near future on rollforcombat.com. And then, of course, the Battles of Bestiary and the Kickstarter. As you know, we are going through and frantically writing these books and coming up with, oh my God, there's so much artwork for these things. I have hundreds and hundreds of pieces of artwork every day. I have a couple new ones coming in. It is really like a factory here about how much artwork I have coming in and going out. It's just like a machine. But if you want to pre-order, if you missed a Kickstarter and you want to join the Kickstarter, well, you can. It should be open any day now, and probably by the time you listen to this, just go to battlezoo.com and you too can pre-order the books and get them the same time that the Kickstarters get it. Plus, you will have the discount, the same discount as the Kickstarters, more or less, because we're definitely going to raise the price once they come out for retail because these books got huge because of all the extra stretch goals. So be on the lookout for that. Anyhow, with that, let's get to this week's exciting episode. All right, do you have a little bit of rickety-tickety tin? You have a little bit of Piper's, Pies, Pints, and Pub. The extra P is for your pleasure.
I love that one.
And it's time for you to go to bed and sleep of bacon and pies. Good job.
Aww.
That's all I have to say. Everyone heals up. Everyone rests. You have an uneventful evening. And you wake up the next morning. And you are still in Matten Cleave. Okay, you're up. What do you do?
Let's go to old Karu's place.
Lauren Sig is playing Hap, a human fire elementalist sorcerer.
Well, let's get breakfast and then go to old Karu's place.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to have another hour-long discussion about it. We're just going to get breakfast, period.
Okay, you go and get breakfast, period. That's the name of the place. Breakfast, period. That's all they serve. Just breakfast. You want lunch? No. You want dinner? No. Supper? No. Brunch?
It's
Get
breakfast,
the fuck out of here.
24-hour breakfast.
All right, so
That's
this is
right.
happening. I'm going to go get a water out of the fridge. I'll be right back. Have fun. I'll give y'all like 5 minutes.
I need to look at my spells anyway.
Rob Pontius is playing Otteron, a human witch of curses.
Breakfast, period. That's the name of the place. That's all they got.
I thought it was called Omelet Inn. Is that not right?
Vanessa Hoskins is playing Alhara Varys, a half-elf gymnast swashbuckler.
Omelet the musical?
Omelet, Omelet the musical. Something smells like a rotten orc. Here at the Prancing Pony. Don't eat the meat 'cause it ain't pork. Here at the Prancing Pony. If you do, it'll make you hork. Here at the Prancing Pony. It's best we just pop another cork. Here at the Prancing Pony. Outside these walls I'd cut your throat and laugh while you were dying. But once in here you're my true friend as long as you are buying.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Rob Tremarco is playing Darius Varys, a half-elf monk of the mountain style.
It's a really good song. Breakfast. Period. Oh.
You wake up, you go to breakfast, period. You have breakfast and only breakfast, period. Do you change anything? Any spells?
You can tell that we're from out of town, because like locals just call it breakfast.
Exactly. Alhara is going to eat entirely nothing.
Otteron is preparing a 4th circle blistering invective
Wow.
instead of a 2nd, and is preparing a 3rd circle phantom pain.
Oof, that sounds painful.
Yeah, instead of preparing the spiritual weapon, or I forget what I had at 3rd level instead of the phantom pain.
Well, cool.
Yeah, everything
Okay.
else I kept the same.
Well, you know that old Karu's place is a ramshackle farmstead that lies south of town about 2 miles. What do you do?
We head south.
Let's go. Oh, it's only 2 miles away. I'm casting Longstrider at level 2. I'm not forgetting this time. I'm doing it. And
I
Otteron's
don't
gonna
see this-
eat the purple energy.
I don't see
That's
spells
correct.
going off. I don't see it. Then it doesn't happen if I don't see
I
it.
need to. I need to click the button. All right, I'm gonna
Click the button. It makes a fun
Click
sound effect.
the button. And spit.
Do,
Do
do,
do
do,
do
do.
do.
Do, do, do.
And Otteron.
no.
Chance
That's Frank.
Hamishalet.
Frank,
Cast
push the
Pulse
button.
Ha ha
Ooh, Hamisha that.
Hamishalet.
Oh, and I forgot something. You all get another hero point for saving the shooties.
Aww.
So 3 now.
How
Everyone
nice.
has 3 except Alhara, who
Who has
has
2?
1.
Yo, 2.
1.
Alright, where'd the second one go?
I don't know. It just
You spent
disappeared
it, didn't you?
somewhere.
On the.
What?
You spent
No,
on
I'm
the,
kidding. You got 2.
I spent
Oh.
one because I really wanted that
I
dagger
know.
strike to hit.
That was funny. I just wanted to see what he would
Okay,
do.
alright.
I'm so mean.
Fine, you are.
Well, you know what this
You're
means. The
cruel.
farmhouse is going to be filled with very dangerous things.
No, it's going to be filled with puppies and kittens.
We just saved the puppies.
Well, hopefully not too many, because you know.
Oh no, it's full of cat folk.
Okay. You come upon the farm. It's pretty close. It's only 2 miles away. This farm is worse for wear. The fields around it are abandoned and overgrown, beginning to show the telltale yellowing of the local blight that affects these lands. The farmstead itself is simple enough, consisting of a house and a lone barn. The barn appears ramshackle, but it's still in stable condition. Though much of the house's roof is gone, its walls remain intact. A front porch festooned with 2 decorative columns, now wrapped and cracked with age, are the only hint of the former prosperity. The door of the house hangs open, limply, on its hinges. So, to the northwest, you see the house. To the north, you see a well and what appears to be a barn. That's it.
Let us remember that if there are bees, we should draw them out and attack them.
Okay. Draw out bees.
Just the last time we found a barn and a house like this.
That
on
was a
farm.
callback. That is what you call a long callback.
That was a good callback. Alhara will keep that in mind and move up to the door of the house, check it for traps, and if it seems safe, open it.
Define safe.
Like, not trapped.
It does not appear to be trapped.
And it's not going to cause the entire house to collapse on us. Like, if it seems to Alhara that opening this door shouldn't cause immediate harm to her or her
Are you serious?
friends.
Are you serious? You roll through every door you've ever seen, and you're like, what a structural integrity of this place. Those timbers, I'm not
I
sure.
have good news for you, Vanessa.
Well, there's one thing about, like, a temple that's been surviving underground for ages, and another thing about this old rickety farmhouse.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
I spoke to the person who wrote
Oh, no.
the Swashbuckler.
Okay.
And that person said that rolling through the door would give you panache,
Oh, okay.
depending on your build.
That's what I thought.
Yes. Because I said to them, I don't think you get panache anymore. And they said, no, you get panache, depending on your build.
Now I'm double confused. All right, I'm going to spend the rest of this entire encounter reading about swashbucklers. I officially don't have any idea what's happening anymore.
Roll through the door. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Roll through.
Roll
Get
through
that
the door.
panache. Go.
All right, you know what? Just for you, Stephen, I will roll through the door.
Ooh.
Boom.
Oh, man.
Ta-da!
The roof of the main portion of the house collapsed some time ago, allowing the elements to have their way. Roof beams and broken shingles lie atop the crumbled remains of simple furnishings. The door still stands in the wall of the roofed northern portion of the house, as do an intact fireplace and chimney. You have panache.
Against.
The wood.
Ooh.
Ooh, the wood is very impressed with how Alhara, just tumbled into the room and presented herself. And then she's disappointed that there's nothing to punch in here. And we'll start searching around.
Let's search around.
Okay, you search around, and it looks like the old sagging roof caved in a couple of months ago. Obviously, this place has been deserted and abandoned, and there's nothing of value left. And the only thing you note is the door in the northwestern part, and it appears to be locked.
Isn't it strange for the door to be locked in this abandoned farmhouse?
Yeah, I mean, nobody abandons the house and says, wait, I should go unlock all the doors first.
Yeah, maybe it was a locked years ago.
I suppose.
I can give it a shot, unless it's a really good lock.
Yeah, yes. Try.
You look at the lock, it's a really good lock.
I'm going to try anyway. 27.
Click, one down,
That's a good check. Well
Ooh.
done.
still locked.
I'll try it again. Oh no, I want to use one of my hero points.
Break your tools.
I
You
don't.
break your
I
tools.
don't want to break my
You
tools.
You rolled a
I have
one.
spare picks, but I'd rather not.
Oh my god, you're using a hero
Wait.
point on tools?
Yeah,
Wow.
You
Click,
can't take it with you.
I can't take it with me.
two down, still locked.
All right. See, what if they broke again? This is why we do it.
Atron says quickly, I give you my
Click,
guidance. and gives you a +1.
3 tumblers down. Still locked.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wow.
Guidance.
Maybe
Jeez.
there's a reason why this thing is so well locked.
Yeah,
Okay.
apparently.
This one has a +1, so I'll take that guidance.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You fancy it.
Thanks, Atron. That really helped. And oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the name of your deity. I
Nocticula.
just want to say slut demon, but that's not
Wow.
Slutula. That's
Hey,
her
Wow.
name.
thanks to your slut
Nocticula.
lord. I really appreciate it.
Slutula. That's her name.
it.
Nocticula.
Big slut. Tell Nocticula thank you for me.
All right, well, it
Actually,
unlocks.
that is not from Nocticula, but
Oh, it's not?
I will, yes.
That is from me. You are welcome.
Oh wow.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Atron looks at Hap.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just making fun of you.
Now I can't tell if it was in character or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
since I typically just roleplay myself with different accents, it's really hard to tell.
I can't tell now.
Okay. Well, anyhow, so I have both sets of lockpicks and the door's open. So let's go ahead and open that right on up.
Door opens. This bedroom is surprisingly intact, given the destruction in the rest of the house. There are no windows, though there are stills and frames on the wall as to indicate where windows should be.
Oh.
A single narrow bed lies against a far wall, its moldering blankets twisted as if its last occupant did not really rest easily. Beside the bed is a simple night table bearing a single lit candlestick that provides a dim radiance to the otherwise darkened room.
Lit?
Lit.
So Atron's like eyes go wide the minute lights coming out
Oh,
of
wait,
that
Darius
room.
and... Oh, stop. I see
Yeah,
Darius.
We stepped in.
Oh, Darius
You step
and...
into a lit, candlelit room.
I mean, Alhara rolled into the room as soon as she opened
Yeah,
the door.
obviously.
So, obviously.
Atron's gonna have a heart attack.
As soon as you entered the room, let's see, what could possibly go wrong?
Mephit Lord.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, there's two options.
Okay, there's a little handout that I'm gonna give in
Oh, no.
the circus.
Oh, my, look at this! I have to share this with the patrons. This is
That's
so
great.
great.
Wow.
Well, that was one of the two
Oh,
things I
good.
thought it would be. I was hoping more the other, but
Yikes.
So as you roll into the dark, stuffy room with no windows, with the lit candle, you suddenly see a ghostly apparition pop out of the bed, screaming at you. And you know what that means, people.
Roll for combat. There it is. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
let's see. Who goes first,
I got a
Darius?
30.
I would say stuff like if I used acrobatics, my initiative would be higher, but honestly, it doesn't matter.
I'll move you up. You're above half there.
Also, if you guys cannot provide light cover so I can blast into oblivion with a searing light, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Right. Well. Here we are again. A ghost. Is it screaming something in particular, like "get out" or?
Oh yeah, it's saying something very particular.
What's it
Oh.
saying?
What did it say?
You have to wait till it's turn to hear the whole sentence.
Oh no.
You hear specifically, you hear the words Vandy and Switten. You hear those clearly, but you have to kind of concentrate and pay
Vandy.
attention, Darius.
Okay.
Are you going to give me a concentrate perception check to listen to what it's saying?
Sure.
I can't believe Darius just fell for this. It's the oldest trick in the book.
You totally did. Go for it.
33.
It's rather long, but you hear the whole thing. And it's your whole action.
One action or all three actions?
All three actions. Old Lady Swinton's broke, and Roger Swinton can rot in his grave. Should've sold me that acre, Roger. Your widow's going to starve. Don't tell her about Vandy. No. Now Vandy's money is blood money. Blood money now. She rides with spurs of fire. the Night Lady. Oh, the fire, it burns!
No, he hasn't said, "Oh, the fire burns" yet. I haven't gone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Raving spirit goes.
Oh no.
Who can see the raving spirit?
Me.
Riley can see it, actually.
Can Hap see it?
Hap cannot, but Riley can.
Yeah, I think
Let
it's
me-
just
let me move his
the
token.
Varys and Riley, actually.
Yeah,
Correct.
No, Hap can.
I'm
It's
doing.
just
I
Riley.
can see what you can see. So Darius, Riley, and Hap can see the spirit. Let's roll.
Did you mean
a little
Alhara?
die.
And Alhara.
I mean
Yeah.
Alhara. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
What would you like? A save?
Oh, not yet. Oh, well, now yes. Darius,
Mhm.
give me a will save.
33.
Wow.
Oof.
Damn.
That's real good.
That's so good.
Oh. Oh, the name on that spell showing in chat, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Atron's like, that is a good spell, but not against us.
You see in front of you a sickly old man who lies in the bed screaming and ranting about his guilt, shame, and eventual death. He directs this rant at you, Darius,
Of course.
and you rolled a 33, barely making it
Barely.
with
Oh
a
God.
success and merely taking 16 points of damage and are frightened 1. Let's see. That is, let's see, that's it. That's all it does. That's a run. You can hear this, by the way. You can't see it, but you all can hear this. This is audible.
Yeah, Atron moves so that they can identify the creature with a recall knowledge.
Okay, here we go. You are lucky. Oh boy, are you lucky.
Ooh.
This raving spirit is not a ghost. It's a haunt.
Ah.
And you know the only way to get rid of this haunt is either through intimidation to quiet the spirit or religion to exorcise it from this plane of existence. But it would require a master of religion to do that.
Which I doubt any of us are.
Mm-mm.
Ghost, it is a psychic remnant stuck in this place. We should get away. And Atron, for their last action, just looks at the spirit and glares. Be quiet. You are not real. Your suffering is over. And I will make an intimidation roll.
Ooh.
Okay.
Guess we're going to try
Go
to.
Otteron.
Intimidation. I only rolled an 8, so 23.
You don't even come close. It completely ignores you.
Alright, well, I tried.
Alhara is up.
I've been hanging on to these since first or second level. Alhara is going to quick draw and throw both of the holy waters that she has at the ghost, just in case it helps. 21 to hit the ghost.
You hit the bed. It seems to do nothing and have no effect.
All right, so even the 1 splash damage of positive energy.
It has no effect.
Good. That's
Unsettling? Is that the word you're looking for?
no unexpected. It just then the haunt's not working like I would expect a haunt to work like. So, okay, I guess I'll
You
just
know
leave the
what
room.
happens when you assume.
All right, Alhara does this little roll maneuver to get around the door frame and out of line of sight of this thing.
Hap, you're up.
What do we need? What do we do?
We need to get away. If you can make it angry enough, yell at it to stop, but otherwise we need some very well-trained priests to exorcise the spirit.
Okay, I'll use one action to step so I can see into the room, and I guess we can see the spirit sitting up or something. You be quiet, or we'll burn this whole house down. And I'll roll intimidate. Although my intimidate's only trained, so I don't know how well I can do. Oh, 33.
33!
Very, very good. It completely
Nice.
ignores you.
Wow. Alright, last action, I'll leave, and Riles is gonna do the same thing. That's right, his nickname is Riles now.
Darius, you're frightened and up.
Well, don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't. Goodbye.
Give me a will save.
Ah!
Oh, I can't leave?
I didn't say that. It just said give me a will save.
Oh, natural 1.
Ooh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about
I'll
that.
spend a hero.
Oh, really?
Fine.
No, you don't.
I got
you
3
you
of
don't
them.
have to worry. You don't have to. You totally do. Oh, 22, not much better. Don't
but
worry
not a
about
crit
it.
fail.
Don't
Maybe.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure that will never come up. You can go.
I leave. Bye.
It's actually a 21, by the way.
All right, yeah. Bye-bye.
Let me just write a little note here as to what happens. The raving spirit continues to rave, and you continuously hear it saying those words over and over again. Otherwise, who can see it? Ataran, you can see it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Darius.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
Oh no, I think it happened. Riley can see it too. Let's do a roll. Ataran, I'm sorry, buddy. Give me a will save. As
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh, that ain't good. Phantasmal Killer will like you. Are you gonna keep your 24 or are you gonna roll again?
I've got 3. I mean, I rolled a 10.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 50-50 chance to get better.
Yeah, I could do worse, too.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll use one.
Better.
32.
You succeed and
Yay!
only take 12 points
Oh my
of
goodness.
damage.
Good hero point.
Woo! Thanks, hero point.
And frightened 1.
Atron throws up a little violet energy.
Atron, you're up now.
Un momento. So it was 12. So 10 takes me this. And Atron will leave 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Atron goes outside. And then last action, I don't even know, takes cover against the wall.
Hides. Alhara, you're up.
Jeez. She reaches over and just closes the door.
Okay. You close the door. You continue to hear it ranting and raving and screaming and yelling for about a minute, and then it goes quiet.
Well, that was exciting.
It got into my head.
But you're okay, right?
Yes.
What's in this place? I'll walk over to the barn and open the door.
Alhara strokes their hair.
You walk into the barn. Okay, here we go.
No, I opened the door. I'm not gonna walk into
Despite
it.
being somewhat rickety shaped, this structure is still sound. The main door opens into a long barn, rife with the smell of musty straw and decay. 3 horse stalls line the east side. The wall's widely spaced planks allow light to filter in from the outside, giving the interior a dusty glow. Standing in each of these 3 stalls is an unmoving skeleton of a horse.
Alright, let's just close the door again.
What? There's 3
Yeah.
horse skeletons. You don't. Do you want to see what they do?
No, I saw him. I'll close the door now.
Atron
Oh,
just
okay.
gestures towards the building as happening. Please, if it is very odd if you see something like a candle in a room that we expect to be closed up and locked, we should investigate why that would be first. We have to be careful about these spaces we're going in. Maybe more is haunted. What was in this barn, Hap?
Oh, yep, there were some horse skeletons in there.
Oh,
Like standing up or like piled on the ground?
Yeah, yep, they were
yes.
standing up.
Oh,
I think one of them looked at me, but I shut the door pretty quick, so I'm not sure. Plus, they don't have eyeballs, so it's really hard to tell where they look,
this place is corrupted.
No.
Which means there's probably some clues here that we need.
Can we take 10 minutes and just,
Rest for a moment.
mhm.
Yes. Ataran calls on Nocticular's life boost for... Oh, well, actually, are you doing battle medicine or
Yeah, I'm treating wounds if
treating
you need
wounds? Alright, so just you and I. So I don't even need to use Nocticular's life boost. Unless you don't think you can give me 2 hit points.
it. No, you get a bunch of hit points.
Yay!
So many hit points.
So what's the plan? What are we gonna do about this?
I don't.
Yes, Atron,
Well,
what
we-
do we do?
We should destroy the skeletons. For the ghost, I think we would need a powerful priest, one that is trained for such things. Usually when there is some sort of psychic remnant that manifests as that kind of haunting, there are other things to do, finished business to provide, ways to put the spirit at rest, but we might not know enough about this spirit. But I heard some of what it was saying. Perhaps Mr. Vandy knows more than he said, and by rectifying this weird, ghostly visitor, this girl, we will help put the spirit to rest too. Do you remember all it said, Darius?
Yes, and I say it.
And you read it from handouts.
And Ataran will copy it
It's
down in their
handouts.
book. So, do we think that was the man that was in the bed?
Maybe?
That Rogut?
I don't think so, because why would he say that
He's talking about Rogor.
Roger Swinton can rot in his grave? Do you think that was
Maybe he's
Dignity?
Vandy.
Maybe.
Yes, it would not make sense for him to say he himself wants to rot in his grave.
But also, Vandy seems like the she that is referenced. Now Vandy's money is blood money. Blood money now. She rides with spurs of fire, the night lady. Oh, the fire it burns.
Alright, well that line concerns Rob out of character, but in character. I do not know what any of this means. Why would it be blood money if Roger was already dead? Unless there was payment for violence?
I don't know.
I do
Wait.
not know.
Didn't Vandy know we were coming out here?
Yes, he helped us with directions.
Then he probably knew we would find something here.
Oh, he
and
owns
if he's up to no good, then we should probably head back immediately.
I don't know that he knew anything about this. I believed he said the farmer was kind, he had a family, he felt very sorry, he did this for free, which maybe implies he felt guilt over something.
Or he was coerced because the guy knew his secret. He said blood money. Maybe Vandy killed him and just said it was for free.
Or maybe other money Mr. Vandy had made was through illicit means, and this Roger knew.
Maybe we should ask around and see if we can find Roger's place before we head back.
This is Roger's place.
Wait, this is? I thought we went
Yes,
somewhere
this
else.
is their farm. This is Roger Koru's farm.
Oh, okay. That's it. That was his last name, is Kuru.
Yes.
Then we should probably head back and confront Vandy
Right.
very soon.
Roger Swinton?
Swinton is Roger Swinton.
Yeah, Roger Swinton. Yes.
So then this isn't his farm.
But it was the farm. Maybe Kuru was somebody else that they inherited it from? Or this was Kuru? This ghost?
Ghost is Karu.
But this is where the Swintons lived, yes.
Let's go to town. Let's go to the nearby town and ask around about the Night Lady.
Go back to Matten Cleave? Yes, we can. We have to destroy the skeleton horses in case they get free.
I don't know. They don't seem to be hurting anything.
We should probably...
They
Yeah,
are
I
undead.
agree,
They should
probably
be
quit.
destroyed.
I don't like the idea of skeleton horses just waiting to get loosed on, I don't know, some neighborhood kids who are fooling around or something.
Yes, they could come explode this place. We
I
have
mean, maybe
to...
they wouldn't hurt the kids. We don't know that they're bad skeletons.
Hap, are you okay? Even the undead animals are redeemable? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know, but we haven't seen if they're bad yet. At least, see if they're bad first.
Okay, I'm gonna find out. Alhara opens the door and rolls into the room.
I back you up.
Into the barn. If they attack her, they're definitely bad, and we beat them up.
That is a good way to
Yep.
know.
Okay, you roll into the barn, and you
Boom.
see a skeleton in each. Well, there's a skeleton in each of those.
And they're standing up.
They're standing up. Skeletal horses standing at attention, ready to be ridden. Maybe this is your lucky day. Maybe you just got 3 skeletal horses as pets. These would look great in the circus.
They would look great in the circus. Scary as all get out, but cool.
I have an idea for solving that haunt, but it's really stupid.
Is it using intimidate?
I love the second
No.
sentence is usually that. I have an idea, but it's stupid.
Sometimes they work, though.
That's right.
The skeletal horse is staring at Alhara. It's not doing anything.
Is it, moving? Does it, turn its head or something?
Nope.
Alright, just gonna walk up and down. Hey, Darius.
Hmm.
Can I throw holy water at one?
Mm,
Do you have holy water?
I got one left.
See what
If they are
happens.
not undead, it would be best to keep the holy water for actual undead we must fight.
Oh, all right.
So do you think they're just reconstructed skeletons? Or
Perhaps it is some sort of temporal magic keeping them in some sort of appearance of what they were doing.
all right. Is there
Just
one
go
in each
push one
stable?
over.
Elhara's gonna pull
Why
out.
are we duplicated? Oh,
No, it's
a mistake.
Temporal magic! Temporal magic!
I go up to the one in the first stall, and I pet its skull.
You pet its skull. As soon as you touch it, it crumbles away to dust.
Oh.
You get bone dust in your lungs. That's actually really, really bad for you, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Elhara's
guess
gonna
I can
pull
see
out the
that.
bow staff and poke one at the
It's
end
dusty.
of the way here.
Poof! It disappears and crumbles into dust.
Can we stop dusting these?
One
No.
left.
There's one left if you want to do the honors.
What if... I don't know. What if we need them for something? What if it's connected to that weird haunt?
Ooh, you think it'll make the old man stop screaming?
No.
I don't know. Maybe. But he's still screaming.
Well, not anymore. He stopped screaming a while ago.
Elhara waves her bow staff near the horse but doesn't touch it. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Let's just knock everything over because I'm Alhara, and that's what makes sense.
Okay, and
Yeah.
Elhara knocks the last one over.
Poof! Bone dust everywhere.
I doubt they were connected, but it does seem chilling and odd. Let us check the well before we leave.
Elhara walks
Matten
out of the
Cleave.
barn, dusts herself off. That was oddly satisfying.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
confetti, but bone dust.
Atron's gonna peer into the well.
The well appears to be 12 feet deep, and there's water at the bottom. It smells putrid.
The water has gone bad.
Oh, I think I know what was going on with those horses, but now that they're gone, I can't examine them, so I have no idea.
Why? What do you think happened?
No, what does it matter? We can't go check them now because you dusted them for no reason.
I'm sorry, was there a
I
problem?
tried to
Why
pet
is
it
everyone
gently.
fighting?
Because Hap decided to. Hap, I'm touching it. I touched it
More
like
like
I was
Lauren
petting
decided
it.
to.
What if...
I was
okay,
petting it, and it turned to dust. I didn't strike it. Do you understand?
I know you didn't.
I didn't strike
That's
either.
all
I
it
literally
took.
tapped it with my staff.
You would not be able to go look at the dust. Go examine the dust.
What if... Okay, those horses were just standing there, right? They were still erect. What
They
if,
were-
all of the flesh was peeled from them in an instant? What if some monster just pulled all the moisture out of them, so the bones were super brittle left, just in an instant? They didn't even have time to fall over. And
What
what
if-
if still around?
Okay, then keep your eye out for the moisture sucker.
Then we beat up the monster. Maybe it's in these bushes. Ooh, monster sucker, are you in these bushes? And Elhara starts
What if?
poking into bushes.
What if
with the
those
bow staff.
horses were just sculptures made out of dust?
It is not unwise to think about these possibilities for our own safety in the future. We
Look,
should
there's a
not
big
ridicule
creepy
Hap
well.
for that.
Thank you, Atron. See,
But-
they get it.
Yes, keep an eye out for monsters. That's sort of our
Well, look in this well.
mantra.
We
Creepy
could
things
find
live in
more.
wells.
We could find more answers if we study things carefully. But Hap, I would encourage you, don't be so curt with your siblings. You know.
I thought you were cool, Atron. See if there's anything at the bottom of this well.
Why don't you fly down there?
I'm not going down that well.
If something craves moisture, it would live in a well.
Is the well dry?
No.
No, there's water at the
rancid.
bottom.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's 12 feet
Elhara
down.
will unleash her extra bright continual flame bracer and shine it down into the well.
It looks a little blah.
Atron
Ooh.
steps away, having gibbering mouth or flashbacks.
Yeah.
Alright, she'll drop a rock down, see if she can hear it at the bottom or see it hit water.
It hits the bottom. I mean, it's definitely water. It just looks kind of rancid.
Can you see through it though, or is it completely opaque?
No, it's not opaque, but it just looks blah. Looks like it's not something you'd want to drink.
Like a lot of algae and things.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pull the stone back up that Vanessa dropped down there, that Alhara dropped down, and I'll cast light on it and then let her drop it again.
I mean, there's another stone right there, and Elhara just points anywhere on the ground.
Well, yeah, but I liked that one.
Oh my god.
Okay, you
Okay.
drop it down and you can see it, and the water just looks a little murky. And, again, it looks just overgrown. You know, maybe you have no idea. I mean, maybe you did some checks or took some water up, but it could even just be that no one has, taken the water out. Maybe it just needs to be cleaned. Who knows?
I think we should go back to
That's
Matten Cleave and ask around.
Yeah, well, let's
I
make
think
some
you were
checks
right.
first, while we're standing around this thing.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, can I do a nature check to see, what would cause the water to be like this? Because I don't think this is, regular stagnant water,
Alhara makes athletics checks to high jump over the well.
Okay, you can't fail at a high jump, so you succeed.
Yay!
And you're just jumping up back and forth and back and forth.
I'm making
practicing.
checks, trying to
Yeah.
figure out what's happening.
That's right. Hap looks at the well water and tastes it. Ooh, it's bitter. It's bitter. What that means, I don't know. But this place has been abandoned for at least a year, so maybe someone just needs to clean the well. Who knows?
That would be really murky for that. Oh, that's fine.
It could be connected to the haunt. That's what Acheron knows. Whether or not they share it with anyone, but they know that.
Yeah, Acheron wouldn't bring that up because right now they don't have a way to get rid of the Han anyway, so.
Alright, I want to try one last thing, and then I'm just going to leave it. And this is another stupid idea, so...
Hap finds a locket at the bottom of the well,
No,
and it
stop
says...
it. Stop it.
Oh,
It says
no.
forever yours.
It says, "Find me,
Oh,
my
no.
lover."
Wait. Are the lockets both half hearts with that have
Yes.
been broken in half,
Yes.
and they fit
Wow.
together? And if
Yes.
only we had kept the other one,
Uh-huh,
we
One
would
that's
says
now
right.
have
best,
It's
the other
only
one says
half
Oh
friend.
my
locket.
gosh, we
We
should have
could solve
kept
the
that for
haunt,
2
yeah.
whole books.
Wait, is there a horse, a skeletal horse at the bottom of the well that Hap wants to be friends with?
No,
Maybe,
but on the
I'm trying
locket,
to check.
there's half a horse on the locket.
There's a half a horse.
We
And then
have to
if you
find
put
the
the
other
other
half.
lock together, you'll find the whole horse.
I'm more concerned there's a woman with a horse with fire hooves running around.
I'm
That's
more
what
concerned
really
with all these
concerned
asses
about.
surrounding me. Alright, let's try and see if there's anything... Can I use Mage Hand to just start pulling up shit from the well?
Is there a bucket still attached?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turn the crank.
yeah,
Just use the bucket.
yeah, I want to...
Yeah, we'll stand back here as Hap does her plan.
I'll use... Yeah,
Okay,
I wanna pull
crank
up
it,
something.
Hap. You crank it down, you get some water, you crank it back up. The water is just bitter and not potable.
Well, I'm not really interested in the water. I want to know if there's something at the bottom of the well. Oh look, we found all the bones of old man Callow or whatever.
You can't tell, but it looks like the bucket hits the bottom and it's approximately 15 feet down. So it looks like there's about 3 feet of water in the well. Would you like to know what type of stones make up the well?
Yes. Roll geology lore, please.
Yes. Do you have lore
That's okay.
geology?
I mean, I think it's reasonable to want to find out more. I just don't think we're probably going to get much more information at this point unless we can quiet that ghost. There might be something in
You
that
have-
room.
You said
3
it's
hours
15
later, 3 hours later, you realize the well is 15 feet deep.
Feet? All right,
The
I got it.
water is 3 feet deep. This water is quite bitter. You should not drink it.
12
and it
feet
looks
of well
like
to the surface.
It's probably somewhat related to something going on here.
Yeah.
Maybe related to the horses that were dead and standing. Maybe related to the haunted man who kept trying to kill you. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm going to solve this. I think I've got it.
Detective Hap is going to solve
And
the murky
this-
water.
Yeah.
Is
so
investigator one of your 18 multi
okay, so listen. When you have reach, you can reach fully 10 feet, right? Right?
What?
Oh, I thought that was rhetorical. Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna figure out what's at the bottom of this.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
at the Aeon Tower, Zolgaths are taking over the Earth, but Hap has to get to
No.
the bottom of this well.
I mean, it's
Let's-
only 12 feet to the
Oh, I
surface.
get it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So does everybody agree that there's nothing down here, and I'll just
Yes.
move
No,
on?
I don't agree. I think you should go down there for 3 hours and smell like poopy water.
Use air bubble on your head
Hap
so you
comes
can go
up
under
from
the
the
water.
well. Everyone's gone.
Everyone's
Even
gone.
Riley. Even Riley left.
Oh no, Atron's waiting patiently, but does not think there's anything else.
All right.
to
I'm gonna
find.
do this real quick. It's not gonna take any time. I'm gonna cast a new genie spell because I've been wanting to try it out anyway.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
That's right. That's right.
What does a large do? So now you can't fit in the well. Good job.
No, but I can lean into it and
No, you
reach the
can't.
bottom.
No, you can't. It's too small. Look at it.
Her arm has reach now. I
My
see what
arm's
she's
not
done.
5 feet
Oh,
wide.
my
I'm giving myself reach. I
God.
can lean in and reach the bottom.
No, you can't. It's 12 feet.
Oh, 10 feet plus 2 is 12.
That's right. You're like, crap, I'm still 2 feet short.
Well, okay. There's a barn there. Somebody go grab me like a rake. I'll use a rake. I'll reach down with a rake. 15 foot.
All right. Oh, no, I got it. Alhara goes into the barn. You hear some banging sounds. Something falls over. She comes out a couple moments later with a handful of bone dust. Here you go.
Okay, you get and touch the water, which is the same water you were using in the bucket. Now what?
Okay. I dismiss the spell. I cast Pet Kosh and I fly back to town.
Hey, how does that work? How do you fly back using pet cash?
No.
No, carries Riley.
Carries Riley and then flies back with Riley.
Cool. The mystery of the well has been solved, and she's taking it with her to town. She's gonna go and ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. The well water has been solved.
Alhara looks down at the pile of horsebone dust in her hand, looks up to Darius. She didn't want my rake.
Okay.
Okay,
What do the rest of you do?
let us go back to Matten Cleave and ask about this night lady. I thought that was a good idea.
Boom, you're back in Matten Cleave. What's Hap doing? Just sitting by the
With her
the
bucket.
pie place? Pies.
Piper's
Pints.
pies.
Piper's Pies, Pints, and Pub. The extra P is for your pleasure?
She hasn't decided yet. She's just gonna sit by the town square for a little bit.
Didn't know it was also a brothel.
Atron's gonna go around asking about Kuru's place, about the Swintons, see if anyone's talking about anything of recent info, little gather info.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good roll. Okay. You find a few things out. I will send these to you.
Yeah, specifically, they mentioned the Night Lady. Seems relevant.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to gather some information as well.
Yeah, all the info.
All the info.
Okay, Alhara.
Do you want me to actually roll diplomacy? Or?
Oh, I'm doing it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's gather.
Is Darius doing too?
Sure, of course.
I don't know.
I'm gonna absolutely. I want to carouse and find out some stuff and get someone drunk and have them tell me the stories.
Rob, this is the first time I think I've ever given you something secret.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh, I love secrets.
Actually, it's not true, except for the entire thing of you, getting corrupted and
Yes, and
dying.
dying
Besides
and
that.
Besides that one little thing.
Except for that one thing that we barely mentioned over the last couple of episodes. Okay. This is what you find out besides the things I told you.
I'll tell everyone after. They'll tell me.
Because you want to hear about this. You find out that Kuru, he was a prosperous but not wealthy farmer who was known throughout the Swartlands as a cruel and miserly old man. When he died suddenly 14 months ago, he was not mourned by the local community. He has no known heirs or will. His farm went into probate that is yet to be cleared up through the circuit magistrate. However, Kuru's evil reputation has served to keep the curious locals away. No one has been to that farm until you went there. There you go. That's what you find out.
All right. And here's what I heard, everyone. I got someone drunk, someone old. Real old and drunk. The Wellspring Tower, one of the legendary towers, bring, because a sweet water spring bubbles up at its base. The best way to reach it is on a little footpath from Fernie. Otherwise, you end up climbing over half the fences in the district. So, there you go.
Does anyone else gather information? Hap?
I'm too busy brooding.
Yeah, sure, you were going to get the best one, but okay.
My bucket.
I'll give it to you anyhow. You're going to do it while you're brooding. You're like one of those
I wanted to come
people-
ask around.
Oh, you don't have to. It comes to you.
Hey, little girl, what are you doing there? My friends are mean.
I warn people about the dead.
Oh, well, have you heard about the Night Lady?
I am the Night Lady.
Ah!
She comes to get you if you're brooding.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Hap Hap figures it out without even having to lift a finger. How about that?
That's when you realize the little girl has no eyes and is floating an inch off the ground.
Okay, well, let's see. Hap and Atron did learn some stuff. Up to you.
I heard Kuru was not known for being particularly nice, rather cruel and miserly, but they were talking more about the farms, like we have heard that, there's a blight coming from the southeast farms. Even though this used to be such a rich place, it's not doing well. Now farmland's failing. And even though the Verdant Passage, this road here, is known for having the best farms, they too are failing. They are all feeling the lack of power from the Aeon Towers, I fear.
Yeah, I think we really should just go to these different tower locations and make sure. I don't know if there's Zolgath there. We drive them out and do whatever we need to do to power them back up. The longer we wait, the harder it's going to be for these folks.
Okay, thanks. Nice to meet you too. My friend's over there. I'm gonna go talk to them now. Guys.
Yes?
That weird old lady just came up to me, and she started telling me about the Kuru place. Why would she do that? Do you think that was a ghost too? Was that a witch? Atron, was that a witch?
Maybe because we were walking around asking about them.
Oh. Well,
And I think we told some folks at breakfast that we were going down there.
Yes.
Breakfast,
Yeah.
period.
Well, apparently he just died in his sleep.
It's not what the locals
But,
call
like,
it.
with all the stuff he was saying about... Wait, we knew he died in his sleep because Vandy said it.
Yes.
Yeah, but he didn't have, like, a will or anything, and he had no family, and so, yeah. I don't know, I thought it was weird. That even the locals here know about that.
We need to go back to help with the circus, and we can confront Vandy about this ghostly message we heard. And then I suggest after the circus, we bring everything up here, and we go to Fernie, and then we can go to the tower.
Well, let me ask you guys something before we get back, and we can talk about this on the way back. Do you all trust Vandy?
I mean,
I
a
do,
little.
but I think there is something he is not telling us.
Wait, which one's Vandy? Was he the
Owner.
Zolgath?
No, the owner of the funeral.
Yes.
Oh.
And the somewhat de facto governor, mayor of this area, magistrate.
I think he's killing people. That's why the ghost was talking about blood money.
I do not think he is killing people, no.
Let me scare him into telling us the truth.
I do not think that, no.
Well, what did you have in mind?
Let me kick in the door. All right, Opera Vandy, the gig is up. And I'll have like a little ball of fire, and I'm like ready to kill him with it.
I don't think this plan is very well thought out.
No. I would
Well, I
like
just thought of it. Help me think
I would
about
like
it more.
to wait till we are having a meal again, as we have done, and confront him with what we have heard, and see how he reacts and what he says. It seems like every time we get a little more endeared to him, he gives us a little more trust and says more. We very quickly were asking about Zolgath and such things, but not until he heard more of our adventures did he talk about this strange ghost problem he's having. I think there is some sort of... I do not think he would have someone killed, but I am interested what this blood money means. Why a ghost would be saying this, and he will tell us one way or the other.
Did we ever figure out who the Swintons were?
Yes, that is the man that died, Roger Swinton. It's just the farm is Kuru,
I'm confused. I thought the
right?
farm
Both?
was Caru's place, not Swinton.
2 people died, maybe?
Blood money, someone died or got killed.
Oh no, Swinton was the man from the paper. Oh, yes. Swinton was the one who died and Autumn will dig out the paper that they found behind the blotter. This was something that Vandy had like behind his blotter on his desk. Rogo Swinton from 12 years ago, who was the nice person that the family was left behind, and Vandy he took care of everything for free because the family was left behind.
Oh.
So that is the connection. And then these Swintons came in, and 14 months ago is when the ghosts started coming. So the ghosts started coming for the mean Swinton who died 14 months ago, who was somehow connected to and got control of Kuru's farm from 12 years ago.
I'm glad you understand it, because this whole intrigue thing makes my brain swim.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Somehow, Swinton got control of Kuru's farm, and the chant was that Swinton was broke, and Swinton is the one who died 12 years ago. So, 12 years ago, Swinton dies, old lady Swinton broke, Rauger will rot in grave, should have sold me the acre, your widow is gonna starve, don't tell her about Vandy. So, the land wasn't doing well, and maybe that's how Kuru took it, because Roger had died?
Wait, we didn't get any clues from the townsfolk about the Night Lady, even when we specifically asked them about it?
Nope.
Yes,
No
guess
one's
not.
heard of that person.
That I think somehow maybe Swinton was poisoned by this Kuru person, or maybe Vandy's money is blood money.
Let's
Why
talk
would-
to Vandy.
Yes, we have to know what. Kuru clearly knew something about how Swinton died. Now Vandy's money is blood money. Don't tell her about Vandy. Your widow is going to starve. Yes, well, I think somehow Kuru would have got the land or bought it. That would make sense. We have to confront Mr. Vandy with this.
Do we make it back safely, or is it trouble?
You're still in,
Matten
Still
Cleave.
Matten
Oh, I thought we
Cleave.
were on the road back. Okay.
No.
Yeah, we'll head back.
Are you sure? You're right next to the wellspring. Okay.
Let's check out the wellspring. No, we should check the
We
tower out
should
first.
definitely check out the tower.
Vandy
while
knows
out here.
we're on to him, though.
He may not have the full picture. I don't think he's a party to this like we think. I don't know.
He knows something about this.
He knows
He
something.
knows something, and he didn't tell us, which means he's trying to
He
hide it.
sent us here to die?
We said we would be back within a day, and we need to have the circus ready. I do not think we should go to Fernie in the tower yet.
The tower's not going anywhere, but Vandy might, and somebody might die. We need to head back.
By the way, he was elected Master of the Grange 10 years ago. That you know. That's easy to find out.
Which would be...
This whole area, so like everything you see on this map is the Swarthlands. This is considered the Grange. This is like
okay.
This is all the farmlands, and these are all the different communities, and he helps coordinate all the communities, all the farming, and all the shipments between here and the other town, mostly Absalom. That's almost all the shipments. And he is in charge of everyone, prospering. So he actually is probably one of the most famous people, if not the most famous person in this entire area. Everyone knows who he is.
Alright, so let's vote on where we go? To the tower or the carrot?
Riley does not get a vote.
Why not? That's not fair.
Because, Hap gets half a vote and Riley gets half a vote.
I get a vote, and Riley
Half a
votes
vote.
to go over to those trees because he wants to smell the squirrels.
There you go.
Wow.
That's what Riley does. Riley's vote is trees. Okay, you tell me. It doesn't matter to me what you do.
I don't know. If Altron thinks we should go back, I agree with them.
Well, there it is.
Mostly because I don't care which way we go.
Convictions, I have none, says Alhara.
It's not that. I think she and myself are kind of like out of their depth in terms of what convoluted plot is happening and doesn't really understand it, so.
Okay. Do you go back? I guess that's 3-1. Back to
Yep.
Vandy's house we go. Doot. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Vandy. Poof! You're back at Opera Vandy's house. No trouble on the road.
That's
Although
good.
you do see a turnip or two on the way back. Bloody.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's a little in the afternoon.
All right.
Opera is busy at work.
Do we get let in by the staff?
Yes.
All right. Where is Mr. Vandy? We need to talk to him.
No, he's upstairs working.
Then we can go to his office.
Okay. He said that you can see him when you come back. That's no problem.
Good.
I want to stay down here and watch the servant.
They'd rather you not watch them cook.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh, let's just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'll come up if I'm needed.
Okay.
Wow.
Where is the
Okay.
servant?
They're in the kitchen.
Oh,
They're
okay.
cooking.
I went the wrong way. I'm just gonna
Oh.
hang out and like eat snacks with them, eat vegetables.
Little girl, you're not allowed back here. We have much work to do.
Oh, sorry,
you
I'm
wish-
just so hungry. I thought
If
maybe
you
I
want-
could sneak in, get some food.
No. Just wait in the waiting area in the front, and we'll bring you some snacks.
Oh,
That's not a
please.
problem whatsoever.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of keep them busy for a bit, like bug them about snacks and stuff.
Okay. They're gonna be pissed at you.
That's fine. I can be annoying.
Oh, good. Okay. Opera
Wait,
Vandy
what?
is
No.
busy and working, and the three of you barge in.
No. Otteron knocks on the door.
Oh, come in.
Hello, Mr. Vandy. We
You're back. You said you'd be gone a day, and it's a day. Did you
yes.
find anything?
We found some land sharks that were attacking some Shunies from Fernie, which there were many of the land sharks. We saved a couple of the Shunies, thankfully. But at the Kuru place, we found a ghost. It was chanting about Swinton. Is there anything more you know about Kuru and Swinton?
You should say the whole thing, and I'm going to watch him like a hawk for reactions.
Anything you wish to say before I repeat what we have heard?
He sits and thinks. It's like, explain to me exactly what you saw, because I'm very confused. What was there? There was a ghost or something?
Well, we're trying to make sense of it too. Can you tell us again what you remember about the situation with the Swintons? I can roll deception to trick him into giving away something or lying. Or something.
Yes.
Basically, it was like, can you tell us everything you know about the Swintons so we can piece together all this information? Basically, Alhara's like, before we tell you what we found out, it's still muddled. Why don't you tell us again what you knew?
Yeah.
Hoping that he'll give himself away somehow, or let something slip that lets us know that he's lying or something.
Hold on.
Also, Vanessa's brain doesn't remember because the first time it was just like, NPC names you don't know anything about. This is probably not important, and I instantly forgot.
Yeah, I have some notes.
All right. Sit down, and I will tell you everything. This will take a little while, so make yourselves comfortable. You making yourselves comfortable?
Otteron leans against the wall, but does
Yeah,
not
leaning
sit.
against the wall, but within a step, in case I have to punch the lights out of him.
Ah,
You never know.
Wow.
we don't take kindly to those who don't take kindly.
Look, let me just tell you about the past. Sometimes you walk through the woods and there's a nice plant, and what does that plant do? Tries to kill you.
Sometimes you're just trying to travel to the nearest town, and all of a sudden, 4 giant land sharks try to eat your face off.
That's
So we're
correct.
just a little bit cautious.
So if there's a guy who's not telling us the truth, maybe he's gonna stab us, or cast a spell, or maybe he's an actual weird skeleton.
Wow,
Ghost
you
wizard.
are not heroes at all, but rather paranoid.
We're paranoid.
Paranoid,
We're paranoid.
delusional.
You've done this to us, Stephen.
It's not paranoia if they're really out to get you.
That's true.
Well, let me go back. I was the son of a gravedigger in Absalon, and when my father died young, with a broken body and nothing more to his name, after a life of hard work, I wanted more than simply digging holes. And after having worked with morticians in Absalon in the course of helping my father, I decided to pick up a bit of the funeral trade. Yet I soon realized that the market for such skills had been completely cornered in Absalon by the city's many churches and well-established mortuaries. Without the means to buy myself an apprenticeship with one of the larger operations and no aptitude for the clergy, I looked outward beyond the city walls to the rest of the Isle of Kortos to find a locale that might need my services. I packed up the few belongings in my father's funeral cashin. I hitched an old mule and traveled northwest. And eventually I arrived here in Carrick. The town's own undertaking had recently died, and I saw an opportunity to set myself up as the new town mortician. And with little more to my name, I struggled to acquire the funds necessary to open a funeral parlor until a wealthy and kind-hearted local farmer by the name of Roger Swinton stepped in and offered me a loan. I agreed to pay the loan privately with a simple handshake and a promise of full repayment in 5 years' time. And then he puts his head down, obviously shamed. He says, but before the loan came due, Swinton died in a farming accident. And when the time came for repayment, Swinton's wife and children, they knew nothing of the loan that Swinton extended to me. And my own business was still new and struggling, and repaying the loan after 5 years would have seriously hurt my chances to remain solvent. And when none of the Swinton family came forth to request repayment for the loan, I reasoned that I could just keep it quiet and delay for a few years in order to pay it back later at even greater interest with no harm done. I truly meant to do that. I meant no disrespect. I had all intentions of paying back the loan, but unbeknownst to myself, the Swinton farm had fallen on particularly hard times. And I learned of this only 3 years later when plague took Roger's wife and young daughter, and the farm came into the hands of the sole heir, Roger's son, Youngor, and the farm went into arrears under Younger Swinton's mismanagement and ultimately had to be auctioned off. But I didn't hear about it till months later when Younger unexpectedly drowned while drunk. So the Swinton line, it ended, and no one to give the payment back. And I've been sick with guilt over the family's misfortune and my own part in unknowingly exasperating them by withholding payment. But I looked everywhere. I spent years trying to find any distant relative, cousin, any blood who it can repay the money to, but there was none. Their line is ended, and shame, it stilled my tongue. And instead, I threw myself into efforts to better the community and give back by joining the local Grange, and I felt I'd be a good, honest man once I was, and I worked so hard that they elected me master of the Grange 10 years ago, and I've been doing everything I can to pay back the community ever since. But I've carried with me this shame the whole time, and although I never met Swinton's deceased daughter, I feel that hollowed-eyed girl in my dreams. It must be her ghost, punishing me for not paying back her father's loan. I'm stricken with guilt that she might be taking out my secret sin on all my neighbors and trying to undo all the good I've done over these years. Please, you gotta help me. You gotta help me. That's all I know. That's everything. I swear, that's everything I know, and everything, my secret shame. I've never told anyone about it.
Is that girl called the Night Lady? The one you see?
No, it's just some little girl. I don't know what a Night Lady is.
And we know from my consultation with the spirits here that what visits you is not a ghost. It is something else. Are you for certain that Swinton's daughter is deceased?
Yes, I'm positive she is no more.
Then I do not think it is her. Something else has come to you. This ghost of Karu spoke of a night lady. She rides with spurs of fire, and it burns. Does that mean anything to you?
No, I'm sorry. It means nothing.
It is good to know you are not responsible for their deaths, but it is
Not directly.
not good that you did not help them when you could have.
I know. I've done everything. If there was any relative, any blood, I would have paid it back 10 times over. I've done everything in my power. I have. Ask around. I'm a good man. He starts crying.
It is good you are trying, but we do need to figure out what is doing this because it is killing other people. I do not think it is Swinton's daughter because it is not a ghost, but what it is, we need more. I was hoping for more clues.
That's all I know. I mean, I don't know the machinations of spirits and the like, but you're saying this is a physical presence? Someone who's actually appearing before me?
Yes, and why would it start with Kuru? That is strange.
Well, actually, I do know why. Carew was Swinton's neighbor, so there might be some connection.
Kuru knew, obviously, by this chant about what you did. Maybe Kuru knew some sort of night lady who does this, whatever that means. Alright. Atron looks frustrated as they're trying to think things through, but isn't coming to any conclusions. We should go back to the circus and start getting ready for the performance in a week.
We should go back to the Wellspring Tower.
Do not wish to help the circus ready?
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
I do not feel like celebrating or putting a show on while this danger is rotting this town.
And they won't really be able to celebrate it if they know in the back of their minds that their farms are failing.
I think it is meant more as a distraction. Something tells me until we fix all of the towers, we aren't going to be able to truly stop all this corruption to their farms. But I'm sure if we help at Wellspring, it will make things better for Matten Cleave, at least.
If we spend 4 days there and 3 days getting the circus ready, well, I mean, they can start without us.
As you wish.
If we need to spend 4 days, I don't know how complex. How long do we spend at the first tower?
Days?
How many?
I think
Three.
3?
Okay, let's see if this tower is the same type, same layout, same size.
Let me be honest, since we are being honest now. Natron fixes a glare at Vandy. I care about the circus, but you and what is happening here overall is a greater priority to me. I want to help the circus, and I want it to do well. But I am speaking more for it because I felt it's important to you and your family. So if you wish to go to the tower and wait on the circus, then I support this.
I thank you for your concern and I mean the circus at this point, at least for me. I don't know. There's something more dangerous and something more terrifying out there than, I don't know, that needs attention more than a couple of hours of fun for a town. Do you know what I mean? Maybe when we at least attempt to help this town more by going to that tower, I'll feel better about putting on shows.
Where we can help best is the towers. Others can help best at the circus where they cannot help at the towers. That is why we go to those.
I think the circus is fun, and I think it's important to keep people entertained or distracted, or however you want to put it, but for the four of us, there's more that we can do to help them, and I think those towers are the key. And as much as
Yes.
we want to help put on the circus, I think we should focus our efforts there.
You know that your father can start things going, and it takes a week to get everything ready anyhow, so he can get the tent set up and the acts organized as long as you're back within a week. You
Yeah, we
should
have
be
a little
able
bit
to
of
be
time now.
okay. Yeah, you should be able to be okay. And you know that you should be able to overlap the two.
Okay.
Okay.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat 3-Ring Adventure, a Pathfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember that those ghouls don't want to steal your soul. They just want a hug.